Yeah, there's been a lot of news this week, actually, Zane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just looking at some of the. I will talk about one other thing after we talk about the Spider-Man trailer, if that's okay.
Sure. Yeah. Let's jump into it. Spider-Man trailer happened.
Yes, it did. It did happen. Well done, Zane.
Thank you
for getting Marvel to release it. That's where he was for 2 weeks at the head office secretly.
Yeah, Ben came to back me up.
He's like, listen. He's like, you're there talking to Feige, going, listen, Big K. Look, I got it wrong about Falcon, and you've got to give me this one thing back. You've got to do it. I need this. I need this, Big K. Come on.
And I'm taking a baseball cap.
Yeah, yeah.
He's like, my hands are tied.
And listen, depending on what your answer is, I'm going to either wear it on my head or wear it on my bum. So the choice is yours, Feige. I could make you look very stupid here.
Yeah.
And hey, he made the right choice.
In accordance
Although
with
you're not wearing it on your head. Thoughts on the trailer?
I thought it was cool. Yeah, I thought it was cool.
Cool.
It kind of
move on. Yeah, let's go.
It is what it is. Ox.cock is in it.
Ox.
Yeah, from our comic book.
yeah, the arch nemesis of Green Jay. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I thought. I mean, it looked fantastic. As to be expected. Some really interesting stuff littered throughout it. So kind of going into it a little bit. So for a start, obviously, the ending of it kicks off straight after Far From Home.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like he is obviously worldwide known, and he is on the run. It looks like for a little bit. It does seem like he's got this kind of vigilante situation whereby everyone wants him, and he has to hide out where he can with MJ and stuff, who obviously knows who he is. There is the bit that kind of confused me the most was how much of a Big D Doctor Strange seems to be. He seems to be a real jerk in this. He doesn't seem like Doctor Strange at all, which makes me wonder if there's something else going on with him.
I've seen this theory. If it's where I think you're going.
I mean, there's a Mephisto chain theory going, isn't there?
There is, yeah. Because this feels like another sort of variation of One More Day.
Yes,
which is sort of thing where he makes the deal and such.
Well, I was going to say explain what that is, because some people might not know what that is in the comics, unless you want me to explain it.
Well, I guess One More Day. He makes the deal with Mephisto to undo the reveal of his identity and to save Aunt May from being shot because someone tried to snipe him and Aunt May got shot instead.
No, I think the Kingpin puts out a hit on him, but the hit goes wrong and Aunt May gets killed. And then it's in One More Day. It's not his identity. I don't think it's his marriage. So in order for
it's the trade, isn't it?
Yeah, Mephisto's deal is in order for you to have Aunt May back, you can no longer be married to Mary Jane, and that's the deal that they do. It's not regarded widely as a great comic, and it's fine. And there's a load of ramifications that come from it. So this is where if Drac was here, he'd be able to burst into about 50 million different points of what it came from and what was happening with it. But no, I mean, it does seem like you're like you said. I've said this on the podcast previously as well. Marvel do like to take things, MCU like to take things and adapt it from the comics. So it's not necessarily look at Sylvie as a weird amalgamation of Enchantress and Lady Loki. So yeah, it does seem like they're doing a strange variation on that. Forgive the pun. I don't know. You just can't. We don't know enough about there's loads of weird theories about Mephisto because obviously when he goes to Sanctum Sanctorum, it's all covered in snow. The ninth level of hell is an ice plane. And then there's loads of like little bits to it that like point towards possibly Mephisto, but then we've been on this path before.
We've been down that road before. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, I don't know. I
The
will say
other
this:
thing-
if Mephisto's going to turn up anywhere, it's going to be in a Doctor Strange situation.
Absolutely.
Hands down, it's definitely going to be in that context. So maybe.
The other thing I've seen about this is that everyone's saying like Doctor Strange is just a jerk in general. Like he doesn't change throughout all of the first Doctor Strange movie, and the same with Endgame. He still, he bends the rules for him to win, no matter what the cost.
Yes, he's very aloof, isn't he, as far as that's concerned? So, no, you might be.
That's why Mordor walks away at the end of the first one, is because Strange doesn't play by the rules; he plays by his rules.
Interestingly, as well, that in that trailer as well, nobody seems to be talking about it, but Wong goes on vacation. But I will say this: we've seen in the Shang-Chi trailer, Wong is apparently fighting Abomination.
Yeah.
So I wonder if these are taking place concurrently, and that's where Wong is going to Shangri-La, and that's where he ends up and somehow gets in a cage fight because it's Wong. Asking for like a tuna melt or something in the wrong place. But like, I wonder if they're taking place at it does bode an interesting question as to whether or not how close in the timeline these things actually are, because it does look like Fing Fang Foom is in Shang-Chi as well, and I wonder if that's going to be linked, because it's all magical rings and everything like that, and in fact the whole scenario of the multiversal like binding that Doctor Strange is doing is rings, and I wonder if it's going to have some crazy mad connection to that, and also if the convergence, not convergence, that's in Marvel Future Revolution, which I was playing this week and it's excellent. The what is it, the event in Loki,
Multiverse of Madness?
They're not calling it a multiverse of madness though, are they? They're calling it like a I can't remember what they called it. He said it's gone past the threshold. I know that in Loki, but anyway, regardless.
Branches.
Yeah, I mean, when everything explodes, that could all be happening at the same time. Yeah. So we don't know. We just don't know. But yeah, and then I'm trying to think of what happens immediately after that. We get a whole bunch of like loopy whoopy diving into New York craziness that we've seen in Doctor Strange before. Get an interesting shot of Spider-Man. I think it has been confirmed now that his black suit is a rune suit, isn't it? It's like a
magical suit of sorts.
Yes, it's a magical suit, but he is running through in a black suit in one of the cantina, and so I'm still sticking to my theory. It could be a symbiote. The symbiote supreme, it could be. And then I mean, I guess the biggest reveal is the end of the trade, isn't it? Where we finally get to see what everyone has known for a very long time. Much like CM Punk returning for wrestling fans, it's the most unwell kept secret in history. And it is confirmed that, well, who did we have in the trailer? We've got Doc Ock, obviously. Alfred Molina is back as Dr. Octopus, which was very nice to see. And it was it did put a rather large smile on my face seeing Alfred Molina back. And then we've got, who else do we have in the? I can't remember if we've got.
There's the Goblin Bomb from William Jones. We also got to see Yellow Lightning, which a lot of people are speculating is Jamie Foxx's Electro.
Yes, it's Electro. That's that Goblin Bomb. Yeah, we still don't have any confirmation that it's actually Willem Dafoe. Because Dane DeHaan has also been rumored to be coming in for this as well. And Dane DeHaan played the very unsuccessful Goblin in The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Do you think he's coming back, though?
Why not? He's a younger actor. Willem Dafoe is synonymous with it, but he's a younger actor. And, the Lizard is in it as well, this trailer. Did you see that?
Yeah, so it's hard to tell, but I think it's either the Lizard or the Scorpion from the Homecoming short clips.
they've done a freeze frame of it, and it looks like it's the lizard. But
Yeah.
what's weird is he looks like he's trapped inside some kind of magical prison, and then everyone's theorizing there's a scene later on where in the middle of the trailer, where Doctor Strange does the old classic astral projection shtick, and smacks Peter Parker out of his Spider-Man body. And when he does so, Speeder Sparker is he's holding like a weird box, and a lot of people are speculating that maybe the whole plot of this is that in damaging the multiverse the way they did, they released all the villains from the previous Spider-Man, and they have to now go and capture them all again and return them to their point of origins, which is why everything's going a bit crazy. Interesting fact, though, or an interesting thing that somebody pointed out as well, when Doc Ock appears and goes, "Hello, Peter," textbook impression. He is wearing the same outfit that Tobey Maguire wears in, I think it's Amazing Spider-Man 3.
Yeah.
Right before he gets married to he's going to propose to Mary Jane.
Yeah.
It is the exact same outfit. So a lot of people are speculating, what if they're doing the biggest swerve in history and Maguire and Garfield aren't going to be in it? He's going to be like assuming their identities in that universe.
I see what you mean.
And that's why he's dressed as them. I was like, oh man, they get so much backlash.
I've seen other people speculate that scene is a cut. Like there's probably a scene where he is looking at Toby, and then they've switched to Tom's reaction. But
probably. But
the other two sort of things I've seen people kind of speculate is Sandman, because during the lightning strike there's a lot of sand. So again, people are asking, will we get to see Sandman from Spider-Man 3?
Thomas Hayden Church has been rumored for a long time. So I think we probably will.
And of course, we get to see Tom Holland in an interrogation room with potentially a lawyer, which a lot of people are like, is that Charlie Cox?
It's so funny.
Because he likes to slam documents on tables as well.
Apparently so. Well, it was really funny because I think New Rockstars was doing a piece on the breakdown of the trailer, and they said they did an analysis on his arm and said, look, it's the same hairy arm as Charlie Cox. Like, poor Charlie Cox. Calling him out for having really hairy monkey arms. That's really harsh. That's not very nice.
It's not nice.
So anyway, interesting. Look, I'm excited for this. I can't wait. I really can't wait. I love Spider-Man. I've always loved Spider-Man anyway. But it's too early to speculate. I will. It's interesting. I don't know. You did listen to last week's. I'm now hyped for the Eternals as well.
Yes, I did. I did see that
after that last trailer, which was amazing. So we'll just have to see how all of this is going to slot together, because you know what Marvel are like. They give us fanboys something to speculate on, and then it turns out to be completely different. So, if it turns out that it's a different Green Goblin, if it's Dane DeHaan's Green Goblin, I will laugh so hard. I
mean, it'd be worse if it was James Franco's, but...
yeah, okay. He's not Green Goblin. He was New Goblin. He's rad. He's cool. New Goblin. He's like Coke. He's like what's that? Clear Coke or Clear Pepsi, whichever they did. He is the. What was that called? Was it Clear Pepsi?
I have no idea, but it reminds me actually. There was one other fan theory I saw, which is that Ned becomes Hobgoblin.
Crystal Pepsi, that's it. That's what James Franco is. James Franco is the Crystal Pepsi of the Spider-Verse. It's supposed to be new and cool, and he's just absolutely rubbish. Ned as Hobgoblin, that would be ridiculous. No, I don't like that. I do not like that at all. No. It's ridiculous.
Why is it ridiculous?
It just doesn't fit at all. Why would he be Hobgoblin?
It happened in the comics.
Ned?
Yeah.
As in the Lego building?
Yeah.
Nerd? Ned?
Ned.
Move on. I don't even know where to go with that. It'd be more believable if it was MJ.
Wow. That would be a swerve. Or Flash, I guess.
What would be a swerve is having no Tobey Maguire and no Andrew Garfield, and it would be the fanverse would go mental.